Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, the bronze pack method working out really nicely for this SBC. I've been grinding it like crazy so that I can, I had a feeling that they were going to release League SBCs. I just had a feeling, so that's why I had to prepare myself to be able to do these reviews for you guys when they come out. Now, some of them, they take a little bit longer to do because of the process and the way that I do it, but I'm telling you guys this right now, when this SBC came out, it genuinely only cost me like 25k to do because I had so many of the players, and because of the pack weight that I got back from the SBCs that I completed from each club, I was able to do this SBC really nicely. But this card is really good. The whole thing with this card is that he's expensive for the links, but if you can link him, he looks sick. Because obviously, if you have someone like Rio Ferdinand, Pope, and Kent in your team, you're giving him all the links that he needs, right? So we're going to be taking a look at a card that is 6'1" with medium work rates, but he has a 4-star weak foot. This is obviously, right off the bat, a huge improvement on Chris Smalling because you guys are going to see his specific stats that actually look very solid, right? So we're looking at 86 acceleration, 86 sprint speed. So you can decide between giving him an anchor chemistry style or a shadow. You guys know which chemistry style I'm going to give him. Shooting is not relevant on this card, but take a look at his passing stats as well as the composure that this card has. 90 composure, which with near enough perfect passing. Agility and balance for a center back at 76 agility, 75 balance. The three main dribbling stats. Yes, his dribbling is at 75, but his ball control's at 92 and his reactions at 97. Perfect for a center back. This guy's going to be way better than Chris Smalling, that's for sure, right? And then the defensive stats as base card stats are already very nice as well. So if I give him the Shadow Chemistry style, we're looking at a very good card, right? The physical boost will give him 96. 90 stamina for a center back is great too. It's not even like needed, but it's awesome to have. 88 strength, 92 aggression. So I already have the Shadow Chemistry style because, as you guys know, when we do these packs, we're able to just collect these chemistry styles, collect these position modifiers and whatnot, and be able to do these basically for free, right? Like I even got the chemistry style for free because you keep making coins from the bronze pack method. Even though I didn't pack anything crazy from the actual League SBC, it's still profit regardless because of all the other stuff that you get. You know what I'm saying? So with this card, we're going to be trying him out in game with Rio Ferdinand. I want to try him out seriously. I want to see what he's like by himself. Obviously, he's already going to be a welcome improvement in the team regardless, right? So we're going to go ahead and switch to the 4-2-3-1 in game with pressure on heavy touch, 5 and 5. That, with his medium work rates, should be a very interesting thing because I think he's medium. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what he had, right? He had medium work rates. That, with another player who's on medium work rates, is going to be a very interesting variable to consider because I feel like they're going to move really nicely off each other. It's going to be like that type of thing for me, I think. So, yeah, it should be very interesting with pressure on heavy touch. We're also going to have the 3 at the back formation that we usually do to try out the center backs in general. And we're going to go ahead and play him in the center back position as these guys are going to be joining the attack so that they're more likely than not going to join the attack, right? And then we're going to have some crazy stuff, right? Constant pressure. We'll do pressure on heavy touch for this, but just a little bit higher depth, a little bit higher width so that he's kind of by himself. And then faster build-up so players just run away from me like crazy while people attack against me. So, yeah, should be interesting. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the 4-2-3-1 first, and then we're going to switch to the 3 at the back formation to really see what he's like just chasing after players and whatnot. Because with the Shadow Chemistry style, like I said, guys, look at the boost that you're giving him, right? You're giving him really significant boost. So if he sucks in game, I'm going to be super disappointed. I'm going to push some players out of position over here. Let's see how he marks. Oh, he actually looks big in game. Look at him there. Yo, he actually looks big in game. That's a huge thing. Wait, he's that big in game? Yo, that with the agility and balance. Oh, yes. Give me that. Nice. Oh, dude, that dribbling is super nice for the center back position. Let's go. Okay, no second man press right here again. Let's see how he marks. Plays in line with Rio Ferdinand really nicely, in all fairness. Sticks to his position really well, blocks the other player really nicely as well. I think this Rio Ferdinand link with him is going to be really nice. The fact that he has passing ability too in that center back position is really nice, just for like those small little transition plays from the defense to the midfield to the attack, It's always going to be a nice thing to have for sure. He's always like really balanced with Rio Ferdinand. Those medium work rates are going to keep them in line really nicely. Okay, so again here, Rio Ferdinand aggressively pushes up, and the other player, I always forget his name because I don't know who this is, right? White, he sticks back in that situation. So that crazy thing with center backs, right, is that where one person can aggressively intercept the ball with the pressure on heavy touch, but then for the other player to kind of like stay back there just in case anything wrong happens, a very, very good variable to have in a team. Ooh, Ozyman with a finesse shot. Give me that. No second man press again. Beautiful. His marking's good, man. He's gonna, if he plays off of someone that's like a medium high, a medium, it's gonna be great to have. We'll get those dribbles off there. Nice and slow. Make sure you get the ball under control. Score the opportunity. Okay, again, no second man press. Let's see how in line he is with Rio Ferdinand. Plays off of each other with the attacker there. Stays in line the entire time. Not touching anything. Laurent Blanc goes and occupies a position right there, which is why I love Laurent Blanc so much. That characteristic that Laurent Blanc has right there is such a brilliant thing, because obviously in that situation, because they stay in line with each other so nicely, once you switch them, it's really, really good for the defensive areas. So
What an important interception that was. Find some space here on the flank.
push Atal out of position a little bit. I'm going to do just a random slide tackle here to make him cross maybe. No cross. We're going to go ahead and switch to him here. Block that area. Beautiful tackle there with White. Lovely, lovely stuff. That shadow chemistry style with pressure on heavy touch is going to be great, man. Because if he ever aggressively pushes out of position like Rio Ferdinand does sometimes, it won't even matter, man. Because he's going to have the pace to come back. There's a great tackle with him. Having the composure and the passing stats to make those, you know, quick 1-2 passes with other players is going to be brilliant as well. Because it's just the small things that make a big difference, right? When it comes to just general attacking play, I would say. Angles like that, right? You see how he's kind of like facing upwards to the side? I just like making those first-time passes without having to worry like, oh, he doesn't have the composure, he doesn't have the actual good passing stats, right? With players that have poor passing, you have to kind of like compensate for it a little bit. And Ozyman just has finesse shots like crazy. But I'm enjoying the card so far, man. I think he's going to be a really good balance for my team specifically, because the thing about Chris Smalling's characteristics is that he's a very sluggish type of player, and obviously it's very, very noticeable with the agility, the balance, the acceleration and sprint speed that he has as base card stats, because obviously with this card, the fact that he has 76 agility, 75 balance, 86 acceleration, 86 sprint speed, it's very noticeable, right? With Smalling, you're looking at a bigger stock in game, but that bigger stock with 67 acceleration, 59 agility, 47 balance, this card is definitely a welcome inclusion in my club for sure. I know I got to keep saying that, but it's very simple stuff that's great. You can see that Rio Ferdinand stamina right there as well is kind of depleting, but White isn't really depleting as much. So very, very good thing right there. What we're going to do now, guys, we're going to switch to our 3 at the back formation, because obviously defensively he's going to be a really good player. I kind of want to see what he's like more just from transitioning back and stuff, you know? Good dribbles right there. Nice. Try some L-trigger shield right here. See what he's like physically. His L-trigger touches are really good, man. I think it's because of the composure that he has. Like some players, they don't really... L-trigger touches are basically like the small little touches your players will take as you're shielding the ball constantly. Sometimes you have to spam the L-trigger or the shielding button just so that he can kind of dribble in a certain way, but... Alright, so we put him out of position right here. Let's see what he's like coming back. His running back is not too bad. It's pretty solid, actually. Again, off the ball movement with him is really good to defend those general areas. I am noticing that his running animation is not a preferred running animation, in my opinion. It's a little bit sloppy, right? But he definitely compensates a lot for that certain animation with that agility and balance that he has. And obviously the shadow chemistry style will help with that too. marking him the entire time right there. He was not going to let that guy go through. Alright guys, so final verdict on White's card. I really like him, man. I'm going to enjoy using this card on my team for sure because I feel like the balance that he has with Rio Ferdinand is definitely going to be really nice. Obviously, I don't think he's some sort of overpowered beast. I think his stats make sense to how he performs in game. He doesn't feel like Rio Ferdinand. Rio Ferdinand is a different breed of a center back in game, so I'm not going to compare him on that level, but I do compare him on a level of better than headliners Chris Smalling in my team. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like that. So my only gripe with this card, honestly, is his running animation. So if he's chasing after someone, the running animation that he has is a little bit sloppy, right? And it's not super agile. Obviously, with players like Eder, that's why the Eder Militao rare gold card, people are like, he's overpowered. No, no, no. He has, certain players have certain animations for running, which makes them more agile and whatnot. You guys know how they have that Sterling animation in the game? Sterling, if he gets any sort of upgrade in the future, his card's going to move really, really fast because he's a really agile runner, right? Very, very important thing. I definitely noticed that Ben White is not necessarily an agile runner. Rio Ferdinand is a combination of sluggy, but really not sluggy. It's really strange to compare, but also very agile. It's very weird, but he's just an absolute monster at that. The thing about this card is that regardless of the animation, if you give him the Shadow Chemistry style, you notice how much he just kept marking players, how much he just kept being in line with Rio Ferdinand in the defensive area. That, with the 6'1" height he has, and 96 jumping for those crosses if anyone chooses to do that. The dribbling stats, really nice. The dribbling stats, this is one thing I noticed. Maybe this could influence a little bit, okay? Maybe it's the 75 dribbling that makes his dribbling not super responsive, but it's still really nice because these ones over here compensate so well. Reactions at 97 is a really, really nice thing to have if his dribbling is at 75. Let me check out what Rio Ferdinand's dribbling is like because I don't think it's like crazy, right? Because I'm obviously comparing because he's a center back next to me. I do consider Rio Ferdinand like a quote-unquote meta center back, but you can see here that he has the composure and whatnot. I think with Ferdinand, it's just pure defensive ability that makes him really good. Because if you take a look at the Team of the Season card, he obviously has way better stats, right? Way better stats. But this is why you have to try out the cards in game, right? I do think he plays to his stats, and I do think Rio Ferdinand plays significantly better in game in general. But yeah, it's a cool card. I don't recommend you buying this card, right? If you're going to be doing the SBC through prices, like you have to actually buy players for certain prices, I don't recommend it in that way. But I do recommend it if you guys are grinding the bronze pack method because you're finishing the SBC regardless, right? And you're just getting coins back regardless. So it's a cool card to get through the bronze pack method, not necessarily to actually buy. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. I will catch you guys for the next one. Probably tomorrow. It depends what they drop tomorrow. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.